Hey there, guys. 6-month anniversary is here. It's going to be going on for a month after the update today or tonight slash tomorrow morning. And we're going to have a short day today. It's going to be going in. Servers go down about 3 hours before the reset. So keep that in mind. It's the last day to raid. War the Vision updates. Here we go, guys. This is the gift box from the dev team. So thank you to the dev team. Hiroki-san, thank you guys so much for this. 2,000 Vision Ore, Books of Refinement, 16 Rainbow Fragments, 12 Rainbow Spheres, a bunch of Gil, a bunch of Growth Eggs, and the big one at the end, 80 XL size. I knew I was going to mix it up at some point. 80 XL size Magicite of all elements. That's really, really big. You're going to be able to get a lot of XP for a lot of your Espers. Even if you were to split that in half and give it to 2 of the same element, you're still going to get a lot of XP if they're, especially if you're trying to get over that hump of getting from 1-star to 2-star. 40 to 50 or 45 to 50, you'll notice a drastic increase in XP. But once you get over that hump of getting to 50, 2-starring, and Awakening, it's so much easier to get experience. So it's the XP spread out a lot better on the 2-star Awakening than it is in the 1. So without further ado, guys, we got a lot of news to go over here. I'm going to go over the 6-month anniversary stuff as we go over. I'll go over all the in-game news because it's not all covered there. And of course, guys, my name is Norgoz, Warlord of the Visions, and I honor you all in my great hole. If you like the way we do content, thumbs up, subscribe, come back, see us again. We appreciate you guys here. Let's talk about Ruin Knight Sterne. Ruin Knight Sterne, I have to stress right away, he's a premium unit. So he does have a double cost for his shards. So if you're trying to get him and you're trying to awaken him and all that good stuff, you have to keep this in mind. Over time, he's going to cost you a lot. So just like Gilgamesh or Thancred, that is something you have to keep in mind. However, he is a very powerful unit. There is a reason that some players have considered him one of the top attackers in the JP side because he does have a lot of things going for him. He's got defense penetration. He has a very large AoE ability that'll lower defense by a substantial amount and deal damage at the same time at a very heavy range, with a good range and a very large AoE. There's a lot of things he's got going. He's got high evasion as well. Lots of good ways that you can actually utilize him and build him, and he's definitely a lot more tanky than his predecessor. So, Knight of Ruin, Subjob Samurai, and Assassin. So he's got a lot of different things he can bring to the table. He can also, like I said, with evasion, he can add more evasion with the buff from the Samurai job if you would like to roll that way. So he can maybe be a little evadey as well as somewhat tanky. You've got Hazard Crusher is the defense down attack I was talking about. So as you can see, it is a 3-square range and a 5-square cross on the actual AoE, which is very, very, very large. Catastrophe here deals large damage with a bestows Light Eater. The Light Eater multiplier Light Eater bonus is 45 times. So multiplier is listed under the actual 45 bonus. So you've got the way that lines up is it's basically a cleave. So think the power all the break attacks from Knights. It's like a cleave, but it's at a slightly 1 extra square of range. And then you also have the Destruction Fang, his Limit Burst. These are some of the highlights that the dev team thought was some of the most important things to highlight, and they are really good. The Limit Burst is 200% modifier and absorbs all HP. That is all damage that's dealt as HP for yourself. So that's 49 AP. Catastrophe, I can't remember the AP cost offhand. However, because he has Samurai Subjob, maybe he'll use that for Heian. However, he does have a 12 AP ability on his main job as well. That is a 5-square radius, 5-square range. That is one only single unit, but 5-square range, 12 AP, debuffs attack us for 40 up to 43% as well. Slightly less damage than Heian, but it's going to be very effective in doing 2 things. That's debuffing their offense and dealing damage to them at the same time. So that's going to be really, really good that he's going to have access to as part of his main job. So there are lots of different ways you can build him. I wanted to limit how much I talked about him in this video, so I can, for time's sake, I may go a little bit more specific in a future video. Sterne, Knight of Ruin, hard quest. This hard quest is going to be good for you. The Visiore consumption bonuses are going to be really good for you as well, because him being a premium unit, you want to get as much of these shards as you can at the most cost-effective way that you can get access to them. And this is going to be maybe a couple of those options that you may be able to take advantage of if you pull for him and you go hard for him, because I have heard whispers that his rate up banner is not the same as regular rate ups. I think the regular rate ups are like 0.8 or 0.08 or whatever. And this one, as I've heard whispers on the JP side, it may have been reduced. So it was increased. Then it's normal. It's better. You know, it's higher than the other units, but it's not what it would normally be on a rate up banner. So I don't know if that's going to be true or not for the global side. We'll find out when everything goes live, but just something to take into consideration. Always check your drop rates. Always check to make sure all the units you're looking for are going to be on the banners that you're pulling for. That's something I can never stress enough. JP bonus is going to be here for Sterne as well if you're trying to get his JP up really quickly. The Knight of Ruin is described as a Vanguard Striker class, a job with a range of high-powered attacking abilities such as combos and post-movement strikes. And the post-movement strike they're talking about is a gap closer. It's a gap closer. So just like Warrior Flight has one, and then Thancred has one, he also has one as well. So we're going to be able to get his shards in the Twilight Woods under the Chocobo Expedition, and he's going to have a hard quest for him. So that confirms, as we already know, but just in case you were curious, yes, he is a permanent unit. He is not limited. So like Gilgamesh, you will be able to get him over time or in an off banner if you happen to want to go that route. And there's going to be a lot of things you're going to want to use your Visionor for. So during the 6th anniversary, a couple things. There's a unit of choice, a ticket for UR unit or UR vision card. There's one for each individually, and I believe they're probably going to be paid Visionor purchases. However, if they're not, great, more bonuses for us. But that said, there's a character popularity poll that's going to be going around where every day we can go in and vote for a character. Now, what this does, it doesn't cost us anything, but we do get rewards for the more votes that we put in. We can vote once a day, and whatever unit actually is selected and voted the most popular, then they will get a new UR version of that unit. So I kind of think of some of the other units that are not already URs that could be bumped up, and they'll have a whole new kit and everything. So I really think that regardless of who gets voted, I think Mont needs to have a UR version. He's the main character of the game. He needs to have a UR version of himself. So I hope that we see one in the future at some point. I genuinely do. To my knowledge, he hasn't gotten one in JP, but maybe there's something I missed. So that's something to take into consideration. So if you like SR units or anything like that, this is the time to vote for them. You know, you want to have them be more effective. Trial of Reckoning mini. There's going to be a mini raid for that. And this I'll actually go over more in the anniversary section. It'll actually be brought up here in a moment. So there's login bonuses here. There's a rainbow fragment here. Don't miss out on that. Trial of Reckoning, here it is. So we're going to be able to get 500 energy every day for 7 days. And I call it a mini raid because basically it functions the same in the way that you go on a raid, you do damage, you fail, you go back in, you keep doing damage. Everything, the damage is saved. So just like that, the tower, the deep dungeon, it's all the same kind of basic idea, is that you go in there and whatever you do, it does get retained to the next attempt. And it's a solo thing. It is solo. It is not something that you go in groups with or you have your friends come with you on. From what I understand, it's a solo mission. And so with this in mind, we're going to be ranked individually for this, and we're also going to have our guilds ranked separately for this. So that's all things to take into consideration to see if there's anything that you want to get up to. There's a certain rank you want to get up to, certain reward threshold you want to make it to, something to go for. The Trial of Reckoning, from what I understand, is that the way they announced it is that we're supposed to be able to get these ribbons for somehow or another as part of this event. So the ribbon is going to be an accessory. It gives you, it's 30%. At 5-star, it's 30% slow and stop resistance, which is quite good for PvP situations. If you were to +5 it, it is going up to a 10 evasion bonus, and there's going to be an evade, shield, and barrier version of this. The dodge version, the evasion goes up to 15, and the other two, the defense and spirit, are, I think it's 8 or below for both. So either way, like you're mainly going to take it, I think, for the resistance and the HPs. It's got about 238 HP, so it's a decent amount. 6th anniversary daily missions are going to be updated. 15 event tickets each day. We'll be able to log in and get that. You've got the hard quest item drop double up campaign. So this is going to be great. This is going to be a fantastic way of getting double drops for unit shards and whatnot. I did the math on this, and if you do this if you do for regular units, you can do it 2 times a day, get 2 shards, right? So for UR units, you're going to be doing, for 7 days, you'd normally get 14. That's going to be doubled to 28. If you were to do an attempt reset, then you're going to double that again up to 56. So just to give you an idea as to how quickly this can multiply and add up. And the attempt resets are 50 Vision Ore once per day, unless you have Royal Rank 10, and then you can do it more than that. But I think the actual cost of Vision Ore goes up. I can't confirm that. I'm not quite there yet. And I don't know if the attempt resets normally have a requirement of Royal Rank. So if you can't do it, then I apologize. That's not something I'm aware of right now. The Friend Gift campaign has a Friend Medal and Gil double bonus. If you're using Gil as your gift for your friend section, you need to definitely change that to Friend Medal. I very rarely advise you guys like this is something you got to do. I usually will give you the information, let you make your own decision on it. But I can tell you, Gil is a dime a dozen. We're getting 100 Gil snappers with the login bonus as an example, so that's a ton of Gil. You don't need this Gil. What you need is these Friend Medals. These Friend Medals are good for materials, awakening materials, materials that are really hard to get a hold of. There's a lot of really good things in the Friend Medal section that you're going to benefit from a lot more than the Gil. It's gonna give you more stuff. So, JP reward quest, we have we've been getting this pretty regularly. Every 2-3 weeks we've been getting this, and I think we've had it almost every day for almost the last month. It's been kind of crazy as how often we've had access to this. So I don't know if this is the same way that they were doing it on the JP side, or if they're like kind of testing it a little bit with global to see if they want to do this more frequently, or if they want to maybe put this in permanently or something like that. But we get it often enough as it is, as long as people are taking advantage of it, which is quite nice. So, and they mention the Job Crystal Vision card will give you a bonus, and then we just got the Crystal Chronicles card will give you a JP bonus up as well, which is a self card. So I believe those two should stack because one's self and one is party. So you've got that going for you. Rephrase that. Yes, it does. I've been using it myself. So you've got the daily quests are going to get changed up. Instead of the XP chamber, which I don't think anybody does. Does anybody do that? I certainly don't. I know that there's a monthly XP chamber, and I used to do that so I could get that Rainbow Vision shard or sphere. I don't care about that anymore. I'm losing 12 vision spheres over the course of 12 months, over the course of a year. But ultimately, I don't have to go through and burn my time and energy on XP chambers anymore because I just don't care about it. So it's been a lot more Zen-like, I guess you could say, a lot less stressful for me. I just don't care about it anymore. That's going to be replaced with the Clear an Event quest, so that's very nice. And then Enhance a Vision card will be added as a new daily mission. So that's all going to be really good stuff there. Very nice. So we have a challenge quest coming back. The Chocolate Flan Challenge. And it's going to give us the Sage's Hat recipe. If you did not get this before, or if you are new, the Sage's Hat is kind of the go-to item, the go-to armor piece for evasion teams in PvP. So you have dodge Sage's Hat. You get 19 evasion on that, on the hat, and then you can get evasion up as a bonus as you plus 1 through 5 the item itself. So something to take into consideration. And there's going to be a lot of stuff like this that they're going to throw at us as a little mini events on the side of other things that they're going to be doing during the 6th anniversary quest. We're still going to get new units. We're still going to get vision cards and stuff like that. Lastwell and Glaciella are right around the corner. So again, we're also be getting... I keep forgetting to say this. I should have led with it. We are getting 7 10-shot summons with a guaranteed UR. 7 10-shot summons with a guaranteed UR. 4 UR units, 3 vision cards. It's going to alternate. First day, unit. Second, vision. Unit, vision. Unit, vision. And then the last day will be unit. So for the next week, that's should be what we're going to be getting. So clear the quest and obtain crafting recipes for the Sleep Blade, which is really good for magic sword users like Miranda. And then you've got the Golden Axe, good for really good attackers, really high-end attackers like Yerma. I think she's pretty much the only axe user that we've got that's a UR right now, don't we? I think so. We've got, what else do we got here? The arena map is getting changed. Unit attack resistance is going to be the go-to, and it's going to be under the cave format. All right, so this is the update video. Okay, so this is a PSA. I meant to do a PSA about this in my last news video, and Android 11 and iOS 14. It's both the same scenario as I understand it. If you upgrade your OS, you may not be able to play the game yet. So the devs are aware of the issue, but they've only made an announcement about the iOS version. But Justin has commented on the Android 11 version, where some users have made some complaints or submitted some concerns about the issues. So they're aware of the problem. So if you're experiencing issues, it is something that they're working on. And I never update to the next one right away. I'll usually wait until they force the update on me. I will usually wait a month or, between 1 and 3 months. And then eventually it'll say, you don't have a choice. Boom, it's been updated. That's usually what I'll personally do, because there's always little bugs and glitches and stuff with the applications that you have or whatever, because they have to be updated and all that good stuff. So I digress. Let me know, guys, what are you thinking about Sterne? How do you feel about him? Even though he's a premium unit, are you going to be going for him? How hardcore are you going to go for him? Have you been saving for him? Is he somebody that you really, really like that much that you want to invest in? And I believe we're getting that Ruin Sword. I believe we're getting a two-handed greatsword, the Ruin Sword. I think that's coming out. That's going to actually have a bonus of some slashing. I think it's slashing resistance when you get the pluses up 1 through 5 on it. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how that may change up the way that we might use that. But I can't think of. I would like to see more tanks that use a two-handed weapon, to be honest with you, for that. Like, we've got Rain, but he's more of a magic tank. So, but I digress. My name's Norgoz. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate you. Very much looking forward to all these things coming with the 6-month update. I'm off.